Hello, I'm Dr. David Spitz. I want to welcome you to the inner journey you are about to begin. I am honored that you have taken the time to listen to me. If you find this tape useful, I want to encourage you to listen to it at least 3 times per week for maximum benefit. On side number 2, you will embark to a special place within. You will find peace and tranquility and gain many new insights. Please listen to side number 2 whenever you are feeling stressed out, confused, or just want that feeling again. It's also a good idea to listen to side number 2 if you have a major decision to make. For the rest of this side of the tape, I will be discussing breathing, brainwaves, and some thoughts on stress. Thank you for listening. To understand stress, you need to know some physiology. The nervous system and endocrine system interact and complement each other. Adrenal glands secrete adrenaline, and during stress, such as fighting, being yelled at, fear, etc., adrenaline is released into the bloodstream. This causes the fight or flight reaction. Our hairs stand on end, you have an increased heartbeat, increased respiration, sweating, pupillary dilatation, shunting of blood from the gut to the muscles. This helps prepare us for extreme effort. If the stress is prolonged, another part of the adrenal gland secretes other hormones called cortical hormones. This continues during the chronic stress and causes enlargement of the adrenal cortex. This chronic stress leads to severe illness and ultimately death. This has been proven with a study performed with rats that were confined to territories of other rats. These rats eventually died as a result of overproduction of cortical hormones in response to the stressful situation. The basic way we look at health is that we're born, hopefully healthy, and during the course of our lives at infrequent intervals we develop stress-related symptoms, such as headache, fatigue, muscle aches, backaches, anxiety, insomnia, nervousness, or stomach aches. We lose our sense of well-being or being well. We then label ourselves as sick. Stress increases the susceptibility and decreases our resistance to disease. Many of us feel that to restore health, we work towards removing or covering up symptoms of stress. You are not eliminating the stress or its real effect on your body. Your continued life requires that your body manufacture tens of thousands of chemicals in the correct amounts, the correct time, and in the right place. Stress interrupts this balancing act. Not accepting that stress is affecting you is like the guy that jumped off the Empire State Building and at every floor he said, "Everything's okay so far." You must take responsibility for your life. Unless you do something, you will get sick. There are natural ways of dealing with stress. We don't need Valium, alcohol, or to beat our spouse. They are actually symptoms of stress. Since stress is associated with all activities, maybe if we just avoid it and we did nothing, we would not be stressed out. In fact, if we did nothing, we would have stressful boredom. This occurs with crews on long voyages in nuclear subs and scientists in Antarctica, and even greater retirement when there is too much leisure time. Ben Franklin once said, "There's nothing wrong with retirement as long as one doesn't allow it to interfere with one's work." There are some natural ways to deal with stress. One of the good ways is exercise. It's a way to eliminate stressful boredom, and of course a great way to vent built-up tension and stress. Swimming, brisk walking, or if you're able, tennis, racquetball, or basketball are some great exercises. Another great stress reducer is massage. Many people don't even know what it's like to feel relaxed, and I highly recommend a massage at least once a month, or more if possible. Nutrition is a very important way to help the body deal with stress. Strong psychological stress can exhaust tissues of certain chemicals necessary for proper function. The results can be a myriad of symptoms, including insomnia, hearing noises, headaches, fatigue, depression, and psychosis. But I do believe that one of the most important ways of dealing with stress is attitude and perspective. So you see, stress is not a very tangible thing. You can't hold it, you can't touch it, and you can't put it in a box. It's sort of like the Phantom of the Opera. It's really just in your mind. You must be at cause and not at effect. You hold the seeds of failure or potential for greatness. Your value becomes real when you learn to reach within yourself and utilize your potential. Don't listen to the garbage that's dumped into your mind. Oftentimes, You might feel really good, you're listening to the radio, and some negative news comes on, and then you wonder why later on you're all stressed out and feeling really lousy. Well, I believe that it's very important not to listen to a lot of that garbage. Don't confuse failure in a project or relationship with failure in life. It does not mean that you have failed, only that particular project or relationship did not work out. Don't have unrealistic ideas of life. Have a good self-image. No one can make you feel inferior without your permission. Keep your agreements to yourself and others. Tell the truth. Lies become very complex and stressful. The things that you're unwilling to say will rule you. Tell your spouse and your children that you love them. Tell your boss your ideas and how you feel. Tell others who you're upset with. Very, very important not to hold that stuff in. It's very important to tell the truth, whether the truth might be painful or, as we mentioned, that you love someone. Very important to do that. Very, very important to help others. Charles Dickens once said, "No one is useless in this world who lightens the burden of it to anyone else." All of life is a series of choices, and what you choose to give life today will determine what life gives you tomorrow. Believe it or not, you can choose not to be stressed. Ultimately, we set the circumstances in which we live. Take the necessary steps to achieve a less stressful life. At the end of this tape on this side, we will ask you to turn the tape over and you will do some deep relaxation, some deep meditation. And that's one of the final and most important ways to help deal with stress. But I would also like to first read a short quote by Alfred de Souza. He said, "For a long time, it had seemed to me that life was about to begin, real life. But there was always some obstacle in the way, something to be gotten through first, some unfinished business, time still to be served, a debt to be paid. Then life would begin. At last it dawned on me that these obstacles were my life." Breathing is the bridge between the body and the mind. It is important to inhale deeply through the nose and into the stomach. Use your diaphragm. Don't do shallow breathing. Most people are clavicle or thoracic breathers and breathe only with their upper chest. This doesn't allow enough oxygen to enter into the lower lungs. Throughout the world, a common theme among the shaman or medicine men is deep rhythmic breathing. This helps achieve a state of deep relaxation and a characteristic brainwave called alpha waves. Let me briefly explain the brainwaves and what we are trying to achieve. There are 4 basic brainwaves: delta, theta, alpha, and beta. Delta is the type of wave the brain is in during sleep. Theta is a slightly faster frequency wave and is that state just before we fall asleep. It is during theta waves that the mind is very inventive and creative, based on what you don't even know you know. Alpha waves is your awake, creative state. We get insights and a sense of who we are during alpha. These insights are based on what we know. Beta waves take place during active thinking. We have judgment, planning, working, and activity during beta waves. This is the state we are in most of the time. On side number 2 of this tape, we want to achieve alpha and even theta waves if possible. With practice, this will come easy. You'll get a good sense of who you are and many new insights about the potential you possess. Please turn the tape over and enjoy. This side of the tape should not be listened to while driving. You should find a special place in your home, on a beach, or anywhere you can feel relaxed. Loosen your clothes and get into a comfortable position. Do not cross your legs. At first, you will want to listen to this tape alone, but after about 3 or 4 times, you may want your spouse, your partner, or your friend to sit in front of you while you hold hands and experience this tape together. Of course, your partner should also have listened to this tape about 3 or 4 times first. So let's begin. Please start taking a deep, diaphragmatic breath through your nose. Inhale deeply, let the air go into your stomach. Not too fast. Inhale for 4 to 5 seconds, and then slowly exhale. Take a deep breath, and let it out. Now close your eyes and allow your awareness to go within. Allow your awareness to go deep within yourself. Take another deep breath and let it out. I will be your guide on your inner journey to create this peaceful experience. Allow this to come about naturally without worrying if you're doing it right. Allow the relaxation to spread like a wave throughout your body. Feel your shoulders, your arms, your legs relax. Feel your neck, your forehead relax. Take a deep breath and let it out. Feel your inner potential. Feel the power from within. Welcome this new inner awareness and this innate energy. Take a deep cleansing breath and let it out. With the left side of your brain, I want you to think of the number 1. Good. With the right side of your brain, think of the letter A. With the left side of your brain, think of the number 2. With the right side of your brain, think of the letter B. With the left side of your brain, think of the number 3. With the right side of your brain, think of the letter C. With the left side of your brain, think of the number 4. With the right side of your brain, think of the letter D. With the left side of your brain, think of fire. With the right side of your brain, think of ice. With the left side of your brain, think of a big, big rock. With the right side of your brain, think of a flowing waterfall. With the left side of your brain, think of a big, beautiful green tree. And with the right side of your brain, think of a barren, leafless tree. With the left side of your brain, think of an iceberg. And the right side of your brain, green mountain. Now with your whole brain, I want you to think of a beach. Listen to the waves. Smell the salt water. Feel the warmth of the sun as it touches your face. The sun feels so good. The water sounds so peaceful. And the sea smells wonderful. Just relax and take a deep breath and smell the ocean. You're at peace. You're so relaxed. You feel wonderful. can't remember a time that you felt this good. The water sounds wonderful. Off in the distance, near the splashing water, is a magic carpet. Walk over to it. It's there, just keep walking. It's beautiful. The carpet has beautiful mosaic patterns of blue and green. You touch it and it feels so good. Sit down and relax. Take a deep breath and smell the ocean. Off in the distance, listen to the seagulls. As the mist and air from the ocean wave hits the carpet, it is uplifted and gently sails over the ocean. It carries you farther and farther out to sea, until you see a group of dolphins playing below. The magic carpet glides down, and you watch the dolphins play as the seagulls sail above, watching you. You are at peace. You feel so good. The carpet circles the dolphins as you watch them. You laugh as you see them having fun, and you know they too are at peace. You feel so close to nature. The seagulls flying above. Then off in the distance, you see some whales jumping out of the water. Without hesitation, your carpet whisks you for a closer view of the whales. You are at peace with nature and yourself. You have never felt this close to nature. You understand so much now. You know the dolphins and the whales are your new friends, and you feel so glad about that. As the breeze blows against the carpet, it lifts you higher and higher. You're flying into the sky, into the clouds. The dolphins and the whales are becoming smaller. You're now above the seagulls. You don't want to go back to the beach. You want to stay on your magic carpet. But there's more to learn on the beach, and your magic carpet brings you back. Slowly, it touches you to the sandy beach, and you gently lay back and relax as the sun keeps you warm. The sun feels so good. You feel at peace, and you take another deep breath. You cannot believe that for the first time in your life, all of your muscles are so relaxed. As you relax, you are searching inside and see a beautiful palace. As you walk and approach this palace, you notice a glow surrounding it. A beautiful glow. You open the gates and walk inside. There, you see your inner Supreme Self waiting for you. You are but a child. There is so much you want to know, so much to learn. Your answers await. All you have to do is ask. Infinite wisdom and insight will be yours. Now look up to your mentor and ask, what do you want to tell me? Be prepared to hear wonderful things. There's so much you want to know. You've been waiting for so long. It is time to gain this knowledge. You are finally ready. Inner Spirit, I want you to tell the child before you what it needs to hear. Guide this child. Help this child. Draw from the infinite wisdom of the universe as you speak. Draw from within. Draw from within. This child has been waiting so long for you to speak the truth. And you are ready to tell the truth. Now look up to your inner spirit and ask, what do you want to tell me? Inner wisdom. Speak out loud to the child before you. Give this child insights. Give this child wisdom. Help this child for the next few minutes. Speak aloud so the child can hear you. please thank your inner Supreme Being for helping you during your inner journey. And know that whenever you want to get in contact, it's possible. This wisdom lies within you at all times, waiting for you to ask. Take a deep breath and let it out as you say goodbye. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. And when you open your eyes, you'll have gained many new insights into yourself. But this is just the beginning. There's so much more to learn. And you are now at peace. And you feel wonderful.